My title is called Creating and Testing Different Biofuels. The purpose of my project is to create a biofuel that can do better than commercially available ones. My hypothesis is that coconut oil will do better than all the fuels that I have created. My reasoning for this is because scientists right now, from all their other results, it has proven that way. My materials are 200 milliliters of methanol alcohol, 1 heat gun, 4 250 milliliter glass beakers, 8 grams of sodium hydroxide, 1 wide mouth canning jar, 1/2 gallon of coconut oil, soy vegetable oil, corn oil, canola oil, and then soy biodiesel. We also had 1 Class B fire extinguisher. My procedure is we had to find a 70 degrees Fahrenheit room along with one that was ventilated well. We also had to get 50 milliliters of methanol and then blend slowly while adding 0.875 grams of sodium hydroxide. We then blended the methanol and the sodium hydroxide for 2 minutes. After we took that mix out, and then we added 250 milliliters of either one of the fuels, soy vegetable oil, canola oil, soy biodiesel, corn oil, and that's it. Then we let it blend for 30 minutes. After, we put it into a glass container and let it sit for 2 hours to let the glycerin and the fuel separate. After that, we tested in alcohol burners every 5 seconds the temperature. My results show that coconut was the hottest burning, but at the same time, soy biodiesel was still the most consistent temperature.
What interests you about this topic, and where did you get the idea for your project?
So for a couple years, I've been working on soy biodiesels because of how important they are around this area. One day we're not going to have our fossil fuels anymore, so biodiesels are what really makes this country's future up.
What question are you trying to answer, and how did you go about answering it?
I'm trying to answer what the best fuel is overall for biodiesels. You have soy biodiesels, there are corn biodiesels, and we've proved that you can make coconut, canola, and corn biodiesels. There are so many, but I want to figure out just which one is the best.
What did you learn about the science behind your project before and during the experiment?
After 3 years of learning about this project and about soy biodiesel, you come to learn a lot of things, but I feel like the best thing that I've learned is that soy biodiesel can never be proved wrong. It has always strived and always been close to the best, if not the best, in all of my projects. Never once has it been last.
If you had it to do again, what would you change, and what improvements would you make?
I would make sure that we really got to use a plethora of different fuels. I would like to try every fuel out there, and I'd like to see how far soy biodiesel can really go on the top ranks.
Based upon what you've learned, how can this knowledge benefit society?
This knowledge in the future, when there are no fossil fuels, may change the world. I mean, it doesn't last that long. I mean, sure, we're probably going to live through it. Our kids may even live through it, but their grandchildren are probably going to have to go against some of the worst droughts of fossil fuels ever. And that's where biodiesel step in and really help the world.